am here together with the amazing, kind, wonderful, wise Veronica Tan.
Thank you.
Veronica, you are an absolute role model for many, many, many women out there in the world. You're a social entrepreneur. You are very dedicated to your team, your business, your husband, an empowering woman all over the world, and people and men. How did this all start?
Well, I think it all started like 25 years ago, where Success Sources was started by accident. That Richard was volunteered into serving as a volunteer in an event that he did so well that someone said, might as well you turn it into a business. And at that time, I wasn't even being involved in the business. I was still working. I was running a catering business, a restaurant business, and then he does his own stuff. But one day, by the grace of God, a wake-up call came. Richard had cancer of the stage 2B in the colon, which then I decided to stop everything that I'm doing, dump everything I'm doing, then decided that I think it's time that I should look after my man. And I started to, on the context of just looking after him in what he eats and what he does, and unknowingly, from that point of time, I actually got involved into his business, and we find that it was so important that it's good to have somebody that can work with you closely, can look after you, take care of you, and yet support him in what he wants to do in Success Resources. So it all started on the premise of I want to look after Richard because he wasn't well, but it leads into becoming his business partner, helping him in his business.
I'm sure from the sounds of it that it was a very, very challenging time. And growing the business was also something completely new for you.
Yeah.
So you had to learn a whole lot of new skills.
Correct.
What was it like? What was the process like?
Yeah, I started learning, started to be a secretary. From secretary, looking after him, I got, like I say, a bit bored, and that I'm sure there's more things that I can do in the office. So I decided to look around and say, I think I'll pick up the phone and start to make phone calls, and talk to customers, So I started doing telesales, and from there I grew to like the business. And being a people person is not difficult for me to do it, and I did it so well that I started to get involved 100% in his business, building people, building teams, and even growing the business from Asia into Europe, and of course now into South Africa. It's hard, but it's not impossible. It can be learned. So it's a skill set that if you are willing to learn, you can learn it.
If you set your mind to it, you can achieve anything.
That's right.
So when you started off, how many people were you?
We started the office with only about 4 of us only.
And today?
Today, all over the world, as a group, we had like 400, close to 400.
Really?
All the way in US, everywhere.
And how many teams run at one given point in time?
Oh, like this weekend we have like 5 events all over the world. We have an event in Frankfurt, an event in US, an event in South Africa, Singapore, and also I think in Malaysia, Thailand.
So we must actually count our blessings that you're here with us.
Yes, I chose to be here.
With Richard, that's even a bigger blessing too, for the two of you to be here with us.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why did you choose to come to South Africa?
I feel I have attachment for South Africa for one reason. I think there's so much to give and serve the people of South Africa. There's a need, especially not just the women, but I think the general self-development, empowerment program that we are doing all over the world, that when South Africa is ready for the market, it's an emerging market, what we notice is the first skill they need to have is really in the area of personal growth, personal development, skill set on change of mindset, that nothing is impossible if they put their mind, their focus, and make effort to learn. And South Africa is one of the emerging nations that we have covered all the developed countries, so it's just naturally we are gravitated now, where's next and who's next.
Yes. But also in the process of growing your own company, your own brand, taking it internationally, you've also worked with some really amazing people.
Yes.
But from the 20 years going back, those people also started small, and today they're very big, well-known international stars. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
I guess Success Resources, we are only the facilitator, the platform, the channel. All the people that whom we work with, regardless of speakers or even staff or the team, we saw those people who are on the same mission as us in serving, giving, in helping people. They naturally will grow and become great in what they do. And that's what my observation is, that for the speakers that we work with, they all become great because they have the same purpose, same mission, and they stick to it, not diluted or not digress into something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you decide on whether a person is good enough to be on the Success Resources stage? Is there certain criteria that you look at?
Yep, we have.
Yes.
First criteria, they must be easy to work with. As simple as that. They must be easy to work with. If it's too hard, why the trouble, The other thing, of course, what are they going to bring on the table? Because we are responsible to the customers that we have all over the world. Whoever we bring and put on the stage must have the right value that we believe that will empower the people that they speak to. They must have integrity to deliver what they committed and promised. And finally, like I say, they must be easy people to work with and not somebody that we couldn't get access to. As simple as that.
It's a long-term relationship. It's an investment.
Exactly. Yeah.
And over the years, what have you learned? What has Veronica learned about this whole
the business?
Not just the business, about the lessons, your own self-development.
I learned that you can do everything when you trust in God. Everything is possible. Secondly, I learned that we exist to give, to serve, and if you have the right motive, the right purpose to give, to serve, with the right intention, and whatever you do, the outcome will be the rewards that you set out to look for. I learned that women have a place to be, and I chose to be a supportive person to my husband, and if I'm supportive, that's where we both grow together. So I think that way he grew and I grew same time.
Are you telling me because of this value of caring and service is what made your business grow?
That's right.
Really?
Yeah. Our mission is changing life globally. And I think for things to change, first I must change. So it starts with me. I change to become the person that I should be, serving other people. And then you then change the people in your inner circle, and it moves out to the team and then to the customers.
How have you, just listening to you talk now, how have you found the South African audiences? Do they resonate with that?
I think a small proportion. I think it's coming. It will come. As I say, I think the personal development market is relatively new in South Africa. I notice, of course, those people who are already in it are those who have actually traveled out into outside South Africa to learn, and that's why they have made it. And of course, if we come and do more of this sort of event, we keep on propagate the whole mission of education, that just going to school is not enough. You need to embark onto continuous learning from different people and different expertise of field that you want to be in. It will catch on, I'm very sure.
When you look over the years, which of the, because you also have keynote speakers and you have educators, out of all of them, which ones, can you mention a few that have really made an impact on yourself, on your business?
First is definitely Kim and Robert Kiyosaki,
Yes.
whom we have grown, into friendship. It's no more business relationship. We are friends now. We can, get access to each other. We share a lot of things together. The other speakers I like to mention is really T. Harv Eker. T. Harv Eker has a program called the Millionaire Mind Intensive that I believe is one of the best programs that we can bring all over the world. I have actually right now brought this program all over the world and translated into about 11 languages. The last one being in Japan. Why T. Harv Eker? T. Harv Eker has a similar mission like us, that he designed this program and make it very accessible to the people. Sometimes I even give it free to the people to come and attend this 3-day program where you discover your money blueprint. And like I say, it is more of a mission of giving through this Millionaire Mindset program that Harv Eker has so graciously supported and worked with me to take this all over the world.
I've actually done the Millionaire Mind Intensive.
Congratulations.
And I don't think it's just about the money blueprint. I think it's about a life-changing breakthrough.
Exactly.
And if people can attend it, not just for themselves, but with their families, their business partners, it can actually make an enormous difference to them.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. If you look at your relationship with Richard, what lessons can you teach other couples that are in business together? What are the challenges? How do you overcome the challenges? How do you grow?
I've been often asked this question. Sometimes when I always tell interviewers that you wouldn't like to listen to my answer, but it is my answer, is my opinion. I find that in order for me to work with my husband successfully, I first need to submit to him. I'm under the God's command that, women submit to your husband. Well, to the women, don't get upset, because the second command comes from the God is, man, love your wife. So isn't that a perfect exchange? So I've always been submitting to him in the sense that I will be the supporting role to work with him. So I don't get into head-on with him in decisions. So, and that keeps our working relationship intact in the office. If anything that's not according to what I think is best, it will be settled out of office. And in that way, he gets to be the head of the business, head of the home, where I'm quite happy just supporting him, just like the neck, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you had to advise the husbands to love their wives, what would you say? How is the best way to do that?
To the men again, I think all women, we all have the intention. What we need is just to know that we are being loved by him. Just give her the knowledge, the attention that she's the most important person in your life, other than God. And I think women are easily contented person. Once we all know that our husband, our man love us, I think we are willing to do anything for them at all costs. At all costs. Yeah, but most of the time men don't say that, men don't verbalize that. And it's a lot working on assumption. You should know, but
Is it also about the caring?
Exactly. Giving
it doesn't necessarily. Sometimes it's difficult for the man to say "I love you," but just in his actions.
Yes, doing little things for us. Like I know Richard will do everything for me. although even I can drive, he won't let me drive. He will send me, he will kind of pick me up, he will drop me. He will just, I say, do little things for me. And I, as a woman, again, the advice is allow the man to do it. Sometimes we tend to say, to fetch a cup of water, I can do it myself. No, let them do it. Make him feel useful. Make him feel important. And that's the way to go, you see?
And then in running the business, I'm sure there are a few challenges in running an organization of 400 people, but it's not even just in one country, it's all over the world. What are the biggest challenges that you have faced?
I think it's the people. We need to find the right team, who believes in the same mission, same purpose with us, and the rest is easy. Once you find the right people, then the rest is all about training them, facilitating them, allowing them to be who they should become, and identifying their potential, and bring the greatness out of them, and they could continue to do what we all set our mind to do. So I think it's people, it's a team, how to be a great team that believes the same mission with us and is willing to take it to a different part of the world, because we can't do it all by ourselves. I need a team to want to do that.
Yes, it's your team works very, very long hours, often under extremely challenging circumstances. How do you actually, when you say find out if their values are the same as yours, how do you do that? Do you verbally ask them? Do you make them fill out a form? What do you do?
A lot is your close contact with them, knowing who they are, and definitely asking them is one thing. And the other thing is also to feel them, because sometimes they don't tell you the truth. Sometimes they don't express it the way you understand. So it's about being very intuitive to know your people well. And that's why you need to interact with them. You need to spend time with them. I spend a lot of time with my team, so I know like some of them what they want, and my goal is to provide for them and facilitate that for them.
When you think about running a business, what characteristics, what attributes does a successful business person need?
I think for me, first thing, it has to be a commitment. You always keep your commitment. Whatever you say you do, you have to do it. To me, that is the first thing. The second thing is about, with that commitment, actually the rest is just about what you promise people, you deliver. And if you can't, then you have to go and explain it. And then the rest is all about adding value, finding out what your people want, your customer want, and giving them what they want.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Where to from here?
After this, I'm going to London. Yeah.
That's the short term. The long term?
Long term, I will continue to do what I'm doing because I love what I'm doing. And like I say, South Africa.
What about retiring?
What is that word? I don't have the word. And I think from Johannesburg or South Africa, I hope that I can stabilize South Africa and use South Africa to be the launching pad to go into Africa. Mm-hmm. Because I have lots of customers that are from like Zimbabwe, Botswana, Nigeria. They all are here asking, say, when are we going there? When are we going there? So I suppose the next place for me to be is really stabilize the business here and grow it into South Africa, into Africa. And
what about developing some of our own speakers here on the ground?
I'm looking into that too, because I have a program called Train the Trainer that you have attended to, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so yes. I think that program, of course, when I started here, I bring the international speakers. Going forth, once I've a mass of local South African who have gone through Train the Trainer, whom I can pick or who has come forward to me that they want to be part of the training to be our speakers, I'm more than happy to develop them, but it's two-way, I can provide the stage, but the individual has to work on themselves, learn, practice, grow, and then find a message of what resonates with them that I can put them on the stage to empower the local South Africans. So it's definitely an intention. Like you probably know, we have a 13-year-old girl.
Yes.
Her name, I think, is Megan.
And she's written a book.
And also Kimberly, that
Yes.
she's not here. So these are, young South African women, or I know a few men too, that I think they are, I want to develop them. I think it's worth developing them at a young age. And I'm more than happy to, give them time on the stage to let them experience what it's like to speaking to thousands of people, and that spur them to be, fast track to become what they want to do and who they want to become.
Thank you, Veronica.
Thank
you
you.
very much for spending this time with us.
Thank you. Yeah. Bless you.